alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I get up and take my shower. After I dress and get ready for work, go downstairs, I fix my breakfast and fix my lunch. I tell my wife, I said, honey, I'm gone, as long as I leave home by 6:30, I got plenty of time to get to work. So I head out. By that time, because the grandkids come over, they catch the bus at the house. Start walking and happy every step of the way, because I love what I do. I love my job. So I walk through the gate in 50th Street. It takes me to get to work, it takes me about 15 minutes to walk, because I stay so close, you ain't got to worry about the traffic because I'm on foot. So I'll take my walk and think about how they bend the steel, how they drill the holes, and how they put their unit together. So like I say, it's a puzzle. It's a big puzzle. That's what the shipyard's all about. It's a big puzzle. Everybody working hand in hand, putting this unit together to go to build the biggest carrier that we have in the world. When I was a child, I always wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to be a conductor when I grew up, and I wanted to operate a train. Because I was fascinated with trains as a kid. And so when I came here in the shipyard and I saw these rail cars and all that, I said, well, maybe I can do that. It'd be my childhood dream, But I never got that opportunity to do that, I started out rigging in the dry dock game, and then they had guys to operate the crane. And I would say, man, Lord, I can get up there one day and just do it, just try it, So I asked my boss, I said, you think I'll be able to get up there and operate the crane? He said, you think you can do it? I said, yeah, I can do it. But he had already had some more guys to run the crane. But the guys kept laying out and wouldn't come to work. So he gave me that opportunity to go run the crane. I ran the 28-ton Drabos. I started out running those, and ever since then I moved up from there to run the whirlers, the crane, and now I'm running the Big Blue.
All right, good morning, fellas. This week's weekly crane briefing.
When I come to work every day, we go over our safety rules, what's going on, and what we got going on today. And then as he gives the job, I get my bag and get everything and head up to the crane. It's funny because I say I'm gonna get in shape. I always tell myself, so I'm gonna walk up the stairs this day, So by the time I get there to the elevator, see the elevator, I said, forget these stairs. I jump in the elevator and go on up top, I said, maybe I'll try it again the next day, Only thing you worry about is the elevator breaking down and you get stuck in the elevator. That has happened before. But once I get up there, it's amazing to get up the top to the girdle. I said, God is amazing how you look at the clouds and how they just form, it's amazing, and I just sit back and just glaze at that, because it's a great view up there, You just look down at all the fellow shipbuilders working, I see the welders working, the fitters fitting, and I say to myself, the shipyard is nothing but a little city, because there's always movement. It's amazing how this place is put together, and how it functions. It's a big team. Trust is the whole thing behind running Big Blue. I have to trust the guys I work under. I have to trust my general foreman, my supervisor, because they got to look at the package and make sure the pads been verified, that they're welded and everything, what gear we're using, make sure it got the capacity to hold that load.
2 and 3, get you come down on 1 by itself.
Because like I say, when you hook to all that weight and pick it up from the top to the bottom, we got to trust one another. Just like they trust me to run Big Blue, I trust the engineer that they did their job to make sure this unit is safe to pick up and then no one to get hurt. To me, it's not lonely. You know, sometimes, you know, when we work 12 hours, it might be some long days, you know, but I love my job. The shipyard been good to me and my family, my kids, and you know, and it inspired me to get up every day, because to run Big Blue, you got to be dependable. Every time, you know, we pick up something that's successful, we go on that boat, you know, and then the guys get the praise for it, and you know, they always say, good work, Charlie, good work, you know, and I always come back, you know, teamwork, you know, because I'm nothing without them guys, you know, and you know, to do that and to get the unit on the boat safely and get it down, you know. My name is Charlie Holloway, and I build trust.